Okay, this is my first live chat. Okay, can they hear me? It's my first live chat, guys. I might not have nobody come, but you know what? I'm a roll. I'm gonna do it anyway. How y'all doing, guys? Um, Welcome to my channel. This is Miss Shada B.A.E. I appreciate you guys taking time out. I know some of y'all working. Probably doing a lot right now, and I'm trying to get my camera right because again, this is my first time doing a live. I'm so excited. I know y'all haven't seen me in a while. Um, well, that's because I was actually. All right, goodness. I'm trying to get it together, guys. That's because I was actually fighting COVID, and I was in the hospital, and I had to recover, and I did recover, and I'm here, and I'm glad to be here. Um, y'all gonna have to forgive me. I have to y'all know I got my little ghetto hookup. Let me see. Okay, this is my first time on live, so I'm trying to see what this is. Okay, this is new for me, guys. I never did a live before. I'm gonna act like somebody here. I ain't got nobody. But you know what? I'm gonna act like somebody here. Until I just need to get this stand right, and then I can start my. You know what? I ain't finna even argue with this. Let me see if this might be a better setup. Sit up here. Yeah, this might work better. No, I don't know. I don't know. This live might not come out for me. I'm trying to move my paint. The sunlight better. It couldn't see me because it's still kind of daylight where I'm at, and you couldn't see me. Okay, yeah, I think this is better. The sun is going down. Yeah. The sun is going down, so that's probably why I want to make sure I can sit up with my back. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay, guys. Yes, this is your Miss Shada B.A.E. I'm gonna have to change my setup over here. This is my little creative area where I do all my painting and drawing and trying to sew now and trying to do all kind of little stuff. Move over some. Got my tambourine. My kids probably be home soon. It took me a minute to understand how I can activate my live. So if I have to get up, it took me a minute to. I'm gonna have to come over here and you know how you make a space in a space, and I was gonna have me a little area to do all this stuff, all this painting and creative stuff. Okay. Let me move my chair over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think that's okay. I roll with that. Now I know now my kids gonna come because what time it is? Oh, they definitely on their way. I might have to even end this live stream, but you know what? I just wanted to talk about some things. Especially being my first live stream, I want to welcome everybody that attends, that sees it or whatever. Um, my first time doing it, I'm excited. You know, um, I've been on YouTube now for like a year now, so um, I just wanted to. When I got my YouTube channel, I really just wanted to I didn't know what I wanted to do, but you know, I just been looking at different things and different people and different platforms on YouTube. And one night I was sitting up, looking at YouTube, and they had a full discussion on a panel about people who are overweight, or more so women, and more so black women that are overweight. That men didn't want them, and that they wouldn't date them. And if they did, they won't marry them. And they said all men. See, that's the problem I had when they say all men. Of course, you're going to have men who do not want to date a woman. I don't even think my mic on. Is it on? Okay, that cord didn't look like it was in. You're gonna have men who not gonna want to date you if you plus size. That comes with the territory, and that's just with everything. I mean, it's people that won't date somebody that's short. It's people that won't date somebody that's um another type of race, or somebody who wouldn't date somebody who have a feature they don't like, or don't have a feature that they like. You know, or they another gender. They only like a certain type of gender. And I was just okay. I do have some internet issues over here. They knocked the tower, building some kind of 5G tower, so I'm thinking I'm having internet issues as far as staying on my live. Okay, but let me try to keep it going. The thing is, you're gonna always have people who do not want to date you because of whatever the issue, and then try to convince all men what they don't like or what do like. You know, I took a sociology class when I was in college, and I found in my book it was stating that the most prejudice, you have people who are prejudiced against in everything, but they found out, I guess doing testing or whatever, that the most thing that most people was most prejudiced of was fat, being overweight, and that top being black and white, the black and white issues or racism. Overweight people are the most disliked out, and it's the most, and the most people that are discriminated against are overweight people for whatever reason. I mean, it's been times where people thought because I was overweight, I was lazy, that I didn't apply myself, that I wasn't a hard worker, that I wasn't clean, that I didn't smell good. I mean, it was just all these different stereotypes about being overweight. And a lot of those stereotypes are not true. Because when people when they get around me, they like, oh, dang, you smell good. Your house look nice. Oh, you can cook. You keep everything. You got a nice house. You keep your girls up. You're a very hard worker. I've gotten jobs where they was like, wow, we didn't even think you succeeded our expectations above and beyond. Even when they was offering me management positions. So all those are stereotypes, and you can't judge people on why and when or what they look like. in order to find love. If you're truly trying to find somebody and truly trying to find love, you can't sit there and just judge them because of the way they look. I mean, it's not right. And it's just funny to me that certain categories or groups can the people could see the difference in that, but certain groups they can't. And they'll give certain groups a pass, but they won't give certain groups a pass. And it's just crazy how that goes. But I just want to speak to the person who's overweight and that wants to date. I want to tell you it's nothing wrong with you. I want to tell you that you are beautiful and that it's somebody who will love you who you are. I mean, for who you are. And they're not looking at your weight. They will love you for you. But at the same time, now, if you just abusing your body by overeating and overindulging and not doing things to keep yourself at least as healthy as you could possibly be at your size, then yeah, we might need to talk. We might need to get some therapy. Okay? Because when you done got to the point where you can't get out your house and your bed, that's a problem. When you done got to the point where you can't walk to the mailbox, that's a problem. Okay? But if you able to move around, do everyday things, and you just a little bit tad overweight like me and some other people, okay, it's time now to really regroup and try to be as healthy as you can be. I've been overweight my whole life. I've been overweight my whole life. I've never been skinny. You know, I wish I had that opportunity, but I didn't. You know, I never had a flat stomach. I always been full. So, I don't know what it's like to walk around with my belly all out with a midriff and stuff. Even though I try to put a little something on because I did at least bless me with beautiful skin, so I still could wear certain things. And sometimes I would put on something like, dang, I wish I could have wore that, you know. But just fearing what other people would think about me, you know what I'm saying? And then I was a PK, which didn't make it no better. So I grew up as a young child anyway, wearing old clothes. So I was covered up from head to the bottom, to top to the bottom. Okay. And then when I got older, when I got older and started being able to wear my own clothes, you know, pick out my own clothes. You know, as a young woman, I wanted to wear a skirt. Sorry. I started getting dry. I'm sorry. Yes, I wanted to wear a skirt. So I started buying skirts and stuff, and people like, oh, she trying to show her legs, and just all kind of stuff. And I wasn't a big girl, maybe like a 10 or 12, somewhere in there, And I got a lot of attention, and this was before all the platforms of social media. Okay, I was young, and I got a lot of attention. I did. I got more than what I wanted. And I'm not even gonna lie. I used to go walk down the street as soon as I got out my house. Sometimes it was guys waiting on me at the corner. I couldn't even go to the mailbox sometimes. It was like so scary. And I had a lot of scary moments, okay, growing up young. With men, as far as, and I was a plus size girl. And they were still pursuing me. And they was from old to young. Not so many men in my age bracket, but they was like 20 and up, okay? More guys in my age bracket, I didn't really date in my school and my high school and stuff like that because I had guys that liked me in school, I can't lie, but I was so focused on school and work and school because I was working in high school. I had like 2 or 3 jobs, so I was really, 2 jobs, and then I graduated, I had a 3rd job, but I was really just trying to focus on school, and my mind was like, I'm gonna build myself up, get money, whatever. But when I got maybe 21, something bad happened to me. A man attacked me, and it was a very bad situation, and it caused me to be depressed. It caused me to hide. It caused me to be consumed with my work, and it caused me to gain weight. And when I started gaining the weight, I noticed that a lot of the men calmed down. And to be honest, I felt safe for the first time in a long time. I felt safer. and I was comfortable with it because I still had other guys that was interested in me, who wanted to marry me, who wanted to be with me, and they was guys of means and well. I mean, I've never had that issue that a lot of people say they had. Like, and to be honest, you would be shocked at the type of men that approached me, which I was even shocked. Like, I had bodybuilders. And you think I'm lying? I had bodybuilders, guys who be boom, 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 boom. I mean, just, and they was the worst ones. I mean, they would pick me up and everything. I'd be like, "What's wrong with these men?" Like, they would just be like picking me up and stuff, and they want to take me out, and then take me places like take me out to ice cream and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, you shouldn't be wanting to give me ice cream. Ain't you a fitness person? Somebody who would stay at the gym all day. But I mean, one in particular, he told me, which I was afraid of some of them because they were just so big, they were just huge guys, and I mean, I only had like two or three that was trying to pursue me, and it's funny how I even met them, you like how you meet people, and it never got serious with us or anything because I really was very, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a strong introvert. I'm an introvert but an extrovert at the same time. But when it came to men, I was very cautious. I was very, I just really didn't put myself out there, and I really didn't have like a strong desire to just jump out there and be pursuing men real hard, because I was kind of, because of the stuff that was happening to me with aggressive men, and the things that had happened in my life, I was a little fearful of men. So I didn't want to be in little confined spaces with them. I didn't really want to go out a lot. I would hang with my girlfriends, and but anyway, but I remember he told me, he said, I don't, what he told me? Oh, I forgot. Yeah. I said, why you choose me? Like, I'm like, why you want to date me? And he was a big guy. He was from New York. He was a lot older than me though. Cause I was like, at the time he was trying to talk to me, I was like 20 years old and he was like 36. Okay. So it was a big age difference there. But he was a very attractive big man. He didn't have no kids. And he was just like, I'm looking for a wife and, and all that. He was just like, he was attracted to me. And I kept thinking, why you want to date me? And he said, well, I mean, I work out. I want something soft. I don't want nothing hard like me. I want something soft. He said, I saw you. I like you. I like your type. I just like you. He said, you not that big to me anyway. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, he said, I like you. I lift heavier than you. And always wanted to pick me up. I was scared. I was like, nobody had ever picked me up as an adult. So I was afraid, So he was living. He said, oh, I bitch way. You ain't even that heavy. I bitch over 250. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, so he was just, I was maybe, one guy approached me at Golden Corral. He was all buffed up. It was a Sunday, and he just came. He just had his eye on me. He was not going to let up. My mom intervened again. She was, but we still would talk on the phone a little bit. But I think he was taking steroids or something because he had a temper on him. Like when I talked to him on the phone, I noticed he would get very, very irritated, because he wanted things to be his way and he wanted me to move fast, and I wasn't moving fast. Okay, because at the time, I just wasn't moving fast. Like I said, I was a PK, so I don't want to go into all that. But I just had morals and beliefs, a system, and I was like, I'm not gonna sleep with you. I'm just not gonna sleep with you. And that was an issue with a lot of guys. And that's the issue I found on these platforms where they were saying, well, big women, if you big, you supposed to just put out anyway. And and I got that as I got older, I started seeing that that's how a lot of men think. They think because you're a plus size woman. I had one guy, he told me, you a tease. I said, what is that supposed to mean? He was like, you a tease. I guess he felt like because I was big, I was supposed to, a bigger size woman, I was supposed to have sex with him. I guess, I don't, you never understand what the issue is. And then I remember, and it's so funny because let me tell you something. It's somebody for everybody, because after my divorce, I got on social media, and I really hadn't done social media. I hadn't done that before, and now I'm not on social media anymore as far as trying to meet a potential mate. But at the time, it was new. I wanted to see what it was about, and I went out on a date. It was like a BBW type of guy. he was very tall, 6'9" in height, attractive, had a very good job, making almost $60 an hour. I think he told me it was $60, 60 somewhere in there. He was making good money working for one of these oil field plants. Okay, so he was making really good money, and he wanted to date me, and we went out on the date because he saw my pictures and everything, and we decided to meet in a public place. So we went to the movies, and then we went to go get something to eat. I noticed when it was time for the date to be over, because I didn't drive my car. I never drive. If I do stuff like that, I never drive my car. I always call a Lyft or Uber or something like that. If I did, I don't do it anymore, but I would call a Lyft. I never drive my car. I never meet them at my house. I never give them my address to my house. I don't go to their house. Okay, I made a mistake one time, but I don't do that no more. I don't go to their house. I don't meet them in at nighttime. I wouldn't meet them. I'm just giving advice for people who want to date like that. Just be careful when you do stuff like that. Always meet in a public place. Always meet where people is busy, where stuff is going on. Don't drive your car. Like I said, get you a Lyft or something. Call the Lyft, have it scheduled so you have somebody with you. Ride. They could take you back and forth or whatever. Whatever, and you don't got to worry about them seeing what type of car you got, trying to find out your information. You know how people are just crazy these days. So you just be careful. But anyway, we was on a date, and I thought the date was going good, and I was attracted to the guy. I thought he was nice. He was a little overweight. He had a little belly, but he was tall. So you know how when they be tall like that, he was, like I said, he was 6'9", so he held the weight pretty good. And he just, he was in his own world. He was tall. He was a biracial guy. He was talking about a lot of militant stuff. In the conversation, which I was thought was odd because his mom was white and his dad was black, but he never knew his dad, but he was pro-black and hated white people, and I was just like, okay, this is a whole, it was really weird. But as we was talking, and I'm thinking the night going good, and we were getting ready to say good night, he said, "You know what, Shay? I really enjoyed you. I really did." He said, and I said, "I enjoyed you too." And he said, but you know what? I have to say, through this date, I just had a problem through the whole day because you wasn't honest with me." And I said, "What?" He said, "You wasn't honest with me." I said, "What do you mean by that?" I've been honest with you through the whole situation." He said, "Well, what I mean is, when I met you, you said you was a BBW." I said, "I am a BBW." He said, "No, you're not a BBW. I like BBWs." He said, you're not a BBW. I said, "Well, I've been told I've been fat my whole life. So what is a BBW?" And he pointed. He said, "That's a BBW right there." When I turned around, it was a maybe probably a maybe 30 plus, at least 30 plus white woman with, like, I guess they would call her ankles. People call them cankles. It was like real wide, almost like her hands and arms. They was like real wide, like almost like the Marshmallow Man off of. And I'm not trying to be funny, but it was like I'm just trying to give you an idea of what I saw. She was like one of them swole women that like almost like the Marshmallow Man off of Ghostbusters, like almost like a fat baby, like when a baby be real fat, and they had them real big arms and them real big cankles like that. She was like rolls. It was like roll this, roll that, roll that. He said, "That's what I'm attracted to." I said, "What?" He was like, "You're not even fat." He said, "You got a belly. You ain't even fat." He said, "I like big women. I like that. I like all that. I like that." He said, "Like that, that's attractive to me." And I said, and I'm sitting here like, okay, I don't understand. I don't understand because to one demographic of men, I'm too fat, and then another demographic of men, I'm not big enough, and they want to feed me and get me fatter. So it's like it's like, what is the what do you want? And he did eventually marry because we did become friends on Facebook for a short period of time. I just couldn't take too much of looking at him too much because I was getting tired of looking at him because he was going on bad. He was posting all these pictures with his wife, and it was aggravating me. But but he married a woman like that. And I mean, the pictures was like he would be, he'd have his tongue out, and that's why I said I had to just delete that. It was too much for me with him and her. It was just too much. He was licking and doing all kind of stuff. So I was just like, but he loved her, short, and she's black, okay. And he married her, and he looked like the happiest thing in the world. So you can't say all men don't like fat women. I done had guys who told me I never dated a woman big as you. And I mean, we would go on a couple of dates and stuff, and sometimes, and when I would go on these dates, to be honest, I was dating with intention for me, and when I think maybe one or two dates, if I seen that I didn't really connect with that person, or if he wasn't what I truly wanted, or if he just kept begging for sex every 10 minutes, I didn't want to see him anymore. So I would tell him, and that's one thing about I wouldn't be playing games with him and stuff like that. I tell them, listen, I enjoyed our dates and stuff, or I didn't enjoy the dates, but I don't think I'm the person for you because I'm trying to get married. They'd be like, oh, I'm trying to get married too, and other. But I was just like trying to let them know, but you're not the husband type that I want because I don't want my first date to, excuse me, I don't want to go on my first date and all you talking about is eating my butt and licking on me and stuff like that. That's not a good first date. Okay, and see, a lot of these men with these rules, or what they have now with the 3-day rule, where I don't want to go out with a woman and waste my money and my time and all this stuff, and I'm gonna get on that because that's a whole bunch of it's just lame to me. I mean, it's just lame. But anyway, I just didn't waste time. I didn't want to waste any time with any of that. I just wanted, because I was dating for intention of meeting a husband. I wanted to meet somebody. But see, sometimes men and their egos, this is the problem. They look at you and say, oh, wait a minute. You a big girl. You ain't supposed to reject me. You're not supposed to, you're not supposed to, like, you're not supposed to have a voice in the matter because you're a plus size person. Or you don't have that, like, with their hands, like, tradesmen and stuff like that. I like men like that. I just think it's nothing sexier than a man coming in the house and he got his uniform all dirty and his hands all, rough, and that's a turn on to me. I just want to run to him. I want to have his bath ready. I want to do his manicure if I can, if he let me. Sometimes them type of men don't want you to do nothing to him. I want to clip his fingernails. I want to clip his toenails. That man, I want to be at his feet, okay? Because I know he worked hard for me and his family, okay? I'm not too much into the men who wear suits and stuff at work and write with pens and they kind of have a different attitude. Now, I'm not to say that they're not a good guys, because some of them are so nice guys. But I like a man who can, if we get a flat tire, I like a man who can go out and fix the tire. I like a man, if something breaks in the house, he knows how to fix it. I just like those type of men. That's the time I like that old school man who don't make all these excuses, who don't blame me, who don't blame everybody in the whole world for why he don't have anything or why he won't do anything or snappy or just a cool man who just want to work, come home, pay the bills, okay? No got to pay the bills. Want to come home and do, make sure when he come home he just not sitting down playing a game all day, but he actually getting involved with me, with the family, and in the home, doing things in the home, like building an extra room or making his game room or mowing the lawn or seeing things, correcting the mailbox, just doing things, fixing on the car, just doing masculine things. That's attractive to me. I love to see a man out there like them little Mexican men be out there mowing the lawn. I just sometimes pull my car on the side of the road and just be like, I'm gonna get me one of them. I'm gonna get one of them. That just sexy to me. Okay, so I don't do the suit type of guys. Now, I'm not saying I won't. If the opportunity came again, and I met one that made was that was a little more masculine than some of the ones that I've had met. I don't like those suit guys because they do too much talking. I like communicating, but I don't like nobody just talking all the time like a woman. I like men that do be busy. Like I'm the type of woman like when my husband fixing on the house or fixing on his car, I'm gonna be in the house decorating. I'm gonna be in the house cooking. I'm gonna be in my room painting. I want something to do. Okay, my kids are here. Okay, I'm gonna cut this live because I don't have anybody here, and I've been on here about 30 minutes. But guys, hey, check me out. I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna try to do another live. They knocking on the door. They don't use their key for whatever reason. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to my live, and I'm gonna get back with you guys. Okay. All right. Bye. I don't know how to end it. I don't know how to end the live.